What is up, nerds? Destiny people, welcome to the Destiny Nerds podcast, episode 26. 20 freaking 6. That's a lot of episodes. I'm Bearded Luke, also known as Bearded Luke. I'm pumped to be here tonight because we have some insanely cool human beings that are, I mean, they might be humans, I don't know. They're pretty good at this game, so I don't know if we consider them humans or gods, but we have a couple of awesome people here tonight. I'll tell you about them in a second. First, though, we have the main man below me, Maddox.
Maddox.
Forgot your name.
I didn't know if you're gonna say it or not. Yeah, welcome, dude. We have a lot of cool guys on tonight. I'm excited to talk to them. They're like two different spectrums of the Destiny community. You got one big PvP boy and one big PvE boy. So we're gonna have a lot of different conversations tonight. I'm excited to talk to them.
It's gonna be big time, mega amazing hype. I'm excited to be here. So sorry, I'm like, if you're watching this live, you're gonna just be seeing names popping up because we had.
That's what I was trying to signal to you.
Let me just. I know. I guess couldn't do it before because I couldn't remember how to do. Just don't worry about it. Anyways, let me just introduce the first person because this dude just hosted us. This is a first for the channel. we're live right now. If you're listening to this later, I'm sorry this isn't live, but the first dude is from Garrison, a very beautiful clan that we had the leader of on a long time ago, like millions of years ago. This dude is a PvP champ till the end of time. Okay, I don't even want to tell you. And look how handsome he is with that hair, with the frosted tips. We got Amplies. Welcome.
Sheesh. You did not just call my hair frosted tips, right?
Well,
wow.
It's frosted tips the right way, And this is my first time meeting this amazing person. So what's up, bro? Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, man.
Nice shirt.
Thanks, man. Glad to be here. Oh, yeah.
Advanced GG, baby.
Got a rep. Baby. Yes, sir.
But thank you for being here. Seriously.
Thank you for having me, man.
It's awesome. And then we have another awesome guest. Maddox, you want to talk about this dude right down here?
Yeah. This is someone I just met a couple weeks ago playing with one of my friends. He is close with as well too. But this is a PvE gremlin on the other spectrum. Goblin, excuse me. But today we have also Dawn from previous people we've had on as well too, in Obtained. If you guys know anybody in Obtained, we had Mr. Above on here earlier, and Evan as well too.
We did.
Yeah, those are my parents.
Those little predecessor.
We've had so many Obtained people lately. Like I feel like this is the Obtained podcast.
Maddie on here as well too. Yeah.
Welcome to the.
We're just gonna go down the list. I think actually next week we have someone from Obtained as well.
Oh, let's go.
We'll save that surprise for the end of it. But
it's
Dawn,
nice.
And it's all a big ploy. We're only doing it so that we can get into Obtained,
basically.
Obviously.
Oh,
right, basically. New Obtained members incoming.
Okay.
But Dawn, tell us who you are, what you do, where you stream, how you do it, what's your middle name, all that good stuff.
My middle name, oh my God, I'm not going to go into that detail, but yeah, I'm Dawn. I do a lot of Destiny 2 content. Obviously, that's why I'm here for it. Usually do a lot of PvE. I kind of stray away just playing by myself anymore on the game. I kind of just mostly do like helps. I'll dive into PvP if it's like a good week in the trials or something like that. But I usually stick with PvE, and like I said, I basically play the game for like other people at this point. I don't really like enjoy playing the game for myself anymore. I enjoy helping people do the end game content because I like seeing their reactions to getting these weapons or finishing this encounter, because they look up to us and they're like, wow, how do these guys do it? And they think of us as like these gods on their screens, but in reality, if they're just taught the right way, they can do the same thing that we do every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's both awesome and depressing at the same time.
Dude, for real.
We'll let Amp introduce himself as well too.
Yeah,
Amp,
I didn't let you. Sorry. Yeah.
Tell us who you are, what you do, where you do it, what you do, and all your middle names and all that good stuff.
And where you get your hair done.
Where I get my hair done?
Yes, sir.
Yo, shout out Carrie, bro. She's goated. No cap. Shout out Carrie. So my name's Amplies. I stream on Twitch. and I shoot virtual people and help people. Yeah. No, I'll do a better intro than that. But
Oh, man.
yeah, I just like to I just like to help out people, man. Just kind of what Don said. I've just found this passion, especially in Destiny. Like, there's people out there that find trials really frustrating, find comp really frustrating and stuff, and they're like kind of get down on themselves, and it can even ruin some people's days. Like, oh man, I couldn't even get to 3 wins today. So I try to help those people out. I just try to make a positive environment where people can meet each other. Like, I feel like I'm trying to build a community where like you can ask anybody in chat and they'll always go play with you, be nice to you, and that's kind of what I'm trying to build.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah,
do.
dude, that's sweet. I respect that. I respect people that like to help because it's hard to want to help, especially when the game
And
is death.
you're giving up your own time to put forth your effort to bring someone else joy as well too. And I mean
That's what it's all about, man.
it is
My
what
biggest
it's all
joy is
about.
seeing somebody else happy. So
There you go. You love to
That's
see
all
Look at this
down,
guy.
man.
We got a humble man. We got
I
humble
know,
dudes
right?
on here tonight.
We just got a bunch of helpers.
I'm over here like, bro, I get online. I'm like, dude, who's going to friggin' help me? Like,
Right.
I ain't played in a week. Get on here, homies.
I need an EAZ crew, bro. We gotta go. We gotta go solstice grind.
That's tough.
Sick.
Well, we always like to hear why you guys started playing Destiny. Don, I'll ask you first. When did you start? Why'd you play Destiny? Like, why is Destiny your main game?
I started all the way back Destiny 1 beta. I started all the way back then, but obviously I was very young at that time, so like there was no such thing as your main game. But my friends saw this game and like, yo, this actually looks pretty fun to play. So we just dove into it, really enjoyed it. Was definitely a casual all of Destiny 1, all of Destiny 2, all the way up to like Opulence. So I just basically once I got to PC in Opulence is when I started sweating more. But before then was just mainly just to be a casual. That's basically what I did.
Nice.
That's
And
dope.
you said you played it since the beta, so you've
Yeah.
been a Destiny boy since the beginning.
I've
All right.
seen all of it, yeah.
Nice. Amp, what about you?
long story, man. All right, so
We're here.
We're here for it.
going
We
all
got
the
an
way back
hour.
to the
Go
beginning, baby.
go
Going all
back
the
to
way
when
back.
you were born. Like all the way there.
So I was born July 24th. Hey, coming up. Let's go. No, I'm kidding. But so I actually was not allowed to play video games growing up, especially shooters. And then I was kind of big into sports. I was a big baseball guy. I played baseball most of my life. And I met this friend named Michael, and we were really close homies. And he brought his Xbox over to my house one day, and the only game he had was Destiny. And we played it, and I was like, okay, this is actually fire. First video game I've ever played. And I was surprised my parents actually allowed me to play it. I had to get permission to do that. And then later, I just got an Xbox for Christmas, but I hadn't even like touched any real like online games on it. Just kind of some stuff with my dad, just chilling, you know. And we eventually got live with it. And for Valentine's Day, my dad bought me a copy of Destiny since I really had fun with my friend Michael. So I just got to play it. I was a .26 in year 1 of Destiny 1. So, you know.
Much different now.
Everyone starts
Nah.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Facts.
so a little motivation for people. But yeah, so I just kept playing Destiny, kept playing with my friends. Kept just playing. I've always been just super interested in PvP, so I just kept playing it, kept practicing. I came to PC last August. I started like kind of building my community on Xbox. Then I saw PC was kind of where I needed to be if I wanted to do content creation. So I kind of moved over there last fall, and I kind of had to rebuild everything. You know, I went from having 20 viewers back down to like 3 in August, switching communities completely from Xbox to PC. So I had to rebuild, but it was worth it, man.
That's awesome.
So
I thought the
that's
same
my
thing
Destiny
as well.
story.
Are you a
thought the same
controller
thing
boy
is-
still?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't have it with me, but
Freaking
yes.
serve.
Yes, sir. Don't judge me.
I
do
play
crush
He's
controllers.
not. He's with you.
I'm with you. I'm trying to find controller boys to be my friends, not
Where's
tell me.
controller gang in the chat, baby?
Yeah, for
Controller
real.
gang.
Because I'm too
Sure.
old to learn how to use a mouse and keyboard. Like I'm
You gave it a good. You gave it a good.
I
chance,
gave it a
though.
good
You did.
chance. It was a good run, and then I just gave up.
And then rage and Many
Rage
nights
and
of-
dude, remember every time you would just hear like you would hear keycaps hitting the ground. Good times, good times.
Oh goodness, that's funny.
Well,
that's funny.
That's sick that you guys both did that. Well, let me ask you, Don. Tell me about your content creation journey though. Like what got you into like do you just do Twitch? Do you stream? Do you do YouTube? Like do you do TikTok? I don't know. Like what got you into like doing content creation outside of just Destiny?
Mainly the people I surrounded myself with, dude. Like you guys said, being in Obtained, it's like you're surrounded by guys like Evan and Above and Iceman and etc. You guys know all those guys, and it's like they're all saying, "Oh, why don't you stream? You stream." It's like you're cracked at the game. You should definitely stream. And I just said, "Screw it, let's do it for a little bit." And I tried it for a little bit, and I did it for like 3 or 4 months, and I didn't really enjoy it. It was during like a time of like garden time. And then I stopped for like 6 or 7 months, and then I came back after that. And I've just been doing it ever since. And it's just, I found my path in doing helps, and I found that that's just like the most fun that I could do. So
That's dope. I'm glad you're having fun.
definitely jumping
that's
into
important.
YouTube. YouTube's a beast to get into, though.
Yeah. If it pops off though, I'm hearing that is from everyone that I've talked to and from what I've seen, that is the way
That's the strat,
to grow faster than anything on Twitch. Like you're not just going to grow on Twitch a lot of people can grow on Twitch by themselves, but a lot of it involves luck at that point. But if you're like talking statistics, you just talk to Patty Cakes or Shadow, any of those guys who like were huge on YouTube. And now, for instance, and this has nothing to do with anything, but Shadow's a Destiny player. You guys know Shadow, right? Synergy Shadow. He was rolling, 20, 30 viewers whenever he was not like doing a ton of YouTube stuff. He popped off on YouTube, and now every single time I see him streaming, he's like averaging 80, 90, 100. And that's just he's going to get partnered because of that. That's freaking sweet. So yes, YouTube's.
It's awesome to see too. I mean, people find their passion for, and I think he does like just a lot of just helping videos, like informational videos of how to get better in the Crucible, and people want that type of stuff. I mean, people want to know how to get better at the game.
They want to get good at
this. whether it's simple tips of. I think I watched one of his most recent videos about how to use a hand cannon.
Yes, same. Better. I've been practicing because of that.
And it's like it's just some things that you hear from like a top tier player that you just don't really like, isn't in your brain. Whenever you're trying to, play trials, you're like, man, I actually could start doing that. And that's it's a simple thing that you can just change in your everyday, gameplay that will improve. And people. That's why people watch you do scrims. Eat it up, man.
That's why people like your scrims, because they want to get good at this game, and that's literally the arena to get good at it.
Exactly. But it's practice mode. Playground on Fortnite.
Playground. What? So Amp. Can I just call you Amp? Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. Because I don't want to say your name wrong. Like I feel like that's like a meme.
Okay.
That's like a meme, and I don't want to be a part of it.
It is. It is the biggest meme.
Don't forget the F.
Amplifying.
No. Don't even put an S. A D. Amplified.
Amplified. All right. So amplified. Amplified. Tell us about. You kind of already just said how you got into content, but where'd your name stem from? I feel like I have to ask this and how the heck did you get it recently?
You'll never guess how my name came about.
It's probably just like your first Xbox name or something, right?
Random name generator.
I was about to say I asked you this question before, and I think that's what you said was a random
name generator. Yep. I wanted a sweaty Xbox gamer tag. Went to a random gamer tag generator website. Amplies.
And he was born.
And I was born. I was Bubble Bro 23 before that.
Bubble Bro.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get back to that. All right.
Yeah.
Bubble Bro.
What was everybody's?
Bubble Bro.
I know what Maddox is. I almost called you your name. Let's all say our first gamer tags. I mean, we have to now.
ASAP Griffs.
ASAP Griffs.
That's what it says on Guardian Theater.
Yep. I was a big fan of ASAP Rocky, and I listened to nothing but his music. I was like, you know what? I want to be part of the ASAP mob.
That's like your rapper name. Like if you ever became a rapper, you'd be ASAP Griffs. Mm-hmm. Okay. So Dawn.
There's still people that like original people.
Oh God, dude.
That still call me ASAP.
Yeah.
Let's hear it, Dawn.
So like I said, what I was saying, I started playing Destiny 1 when I was really, really young. It was
disclaimer.
How old were you?
Bad,
how old were you when you started Destiny 1?
I started I mean, it's not when I started playing Destiny 1, but I was playing like Halo 3 and stuff like that. But it was called Gamer Boy, but it was spelled. Listen, it gets even worse. It gets worse. It was spelled G4M3RB01. That's how I spelled it, dude. It was cursed. Cursed as fuck.
Gamer Boy. I'm glad to have you
my
here.
Bubble Bro name, bro.
Yeah, Bubble Bro is way better.
We got
I'll take that one, dude.
I take it back.
Gamer Boy.
We have Bubble Bro and Gamer Boy here tonight, live with us on the Destiny.
Yo, change the title. Change the title.
Yeah,
I'm down, dude.
bro. I challenge you guys to change your in-game names on Destiny to that just for like a week.
Just a week.
I would totally do it.
Dude.
I'll
for
do
a
it
week.
tomorrow, bro.
Bubble Bro.
Bubble Bro.
I will do
wanna
it tomorrow.
I want to see Bubble Bro and Gamer Boy 1 on my friends
Same.
list.
Dude, Maddox, check tomorrow, bro. I guarantee you.
That is so
That's freaking hype. Well,
goodness.
mine was lame. Like it literally isn't funny at all. Mine was L soccer, like the letter L for Luke and soccer. I don't know why that's what I made it, but
soccer baby.
L soccer for a long time, and people thought it was an I because it was lowercase, so everyone just called me I soccer. And then I changed it. Then I changed it to Luke Carr 17, which was just Luke Carmichael 17 is listed for. Super creative, right?
Dang, correct.
Yeah, great. Oh, great story, huh? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, sweet. Well,
Dude,
let's talk
that's
about
probably the best one. Gamer Boy. Love
Gamer Boy is the best one, honestly. But
Yeah,
Bubble
that's
Bro
tough,
is a good
man.
name. Like I could see a podcast called The Bubble Bros, and it's just you talking with your
It's
homies.
because the origin behind it, real quick, is my friend Michael. He had another friend that played Warlock. He was Warlock. He had a friend that played Hunter. He's like, to complete the fire team, you have to play Titan. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, yeah, use Bubble. I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, okay, now you're Bubble Bro. I was like, okay.
Easy.
There you go. And then I was number 23 in baseball. So
Hey,
Bubble Bro 23.
like Michael Jordan.
I mean, at least you got a story behind it. At least there's a reason for it. And like, oh, I just came up with it. I thought it sounded cool.
Sounded cool.
yeah.
That is a cool story. I love stories behind things.
Hell yeah.
Eh.
I think you. Go ahead.
I wasn't gonna say. I was saying yeah, like a weirdo.
I think it's time to talk about Destiny.
Yeah, let's talk about this
And,
game we love.
We have a few good topics tonight that I'm really interested to talk about. I think what we'll start off with though is something that we got an abundance of this past week, and that was PvE content.
Yes, sir.
For those that don't know, this past week at Reset we got Solstice of Heroes, and that is just simply EAZ Farmer, where you go in there, you just get a bunch of packages, you unlock a bunch of stuff, and do a bunch of different things, and you get armor. Easy.
Yeah,
And you get something
it's
that kind of looks kind of good.
the
So
exact same thing we've been doing for 3 years. It's super
been
fun.
four straight years of it.
It's the
and,
most fun thing ever.
Nothing's different. So, but
No, they added grav lifts in the EAZ now.
True.
yeah,
the grav
I will
lifts.
say, okay, listen to me.
But they
Listen
made it
to
much
you.
more helpful, though. I'm not
This
gonna
is
lie.
the best year of EAZ, and you want to know why?
the chest don't
biggest-
disappear.
The biggest
Dude,
quality
for
of life
real.
is the motherfucking chests do not disappear.
Yeah, that's
so
pretty
you
cool.
don't have to be this fun. I
Like, it's not-
hated
you're not-
it, dude.
Fucking
You're not
Batman detective trying to
Yes,
find it,
like-
too.
and you don't get you spend the 10 to 15 minutes in EAZ and you don't get all the loot because you couldn't find the chest because they wouldn't stay spawned. But now
Yeah, that was a shame.
you just go get them.
Now it's-
You actually
yeah.
get the loot that you spent your time getting, which isn't even much to begin with. But
Also, you were wrong, by the way. The shotgun is not a stasis shotgun. Yeah, we thought that
I was wrong.
We thought it was. I did too, and then I was like, oh, it's just a dumb.
I was
shotgun.
wrong. It is a very good shotgun though. It is worth farming.
Yeah.
You're a good shotgun.
For PvP specifically, I don't know if there's any good PvE roles with it being just a precision frame, but
Can
Do
I
you
disagree?
even know
fun,
what
so-
PvP is anymore?
Can I disagree?
No, you're not allowed. This
No,
is
you're not allowed to
agreements
disagree.
only.
Okay.
you can
Yeah, it's
only-
great.
This is
cracked.
Twitter. This is Twitter. You cannot disagree here.
Cracked.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's cracked.
Yes, you are
Go
not allowed
farm
to
it.
have a different opinion.
No,
or
of
you will get
course.
canceled.
I want to know why don't you like it? I haven't used it. I just got it and was like, oh, cool, and deleted it.
There are two guns
Mm-hmm.
called the Chaperone and the Duality in the game. And that's all I need to say.
Okay.
That's true. That is true.
Okay.
But what are you gonna pair with your Ace of Spades?
I don't run an Ace of Spades or on a
Nah,
dagger.
that's where you're wrong.
Dude, I've been
though.
running
of
an
Spades
ace
is
again
God.
since the update this
Yeah.
week. I've been running it and it's feeling crispy.
I'm also not running around being a little bunny on the EAZ, farming a shotgun for 12 hours straight to get
your
one
own
with
problem.
another one with Genesis Vorpal.
That's
So
your own fault. That's your own fault. Let me
do
get
not
back.
have
We'll
stream
talk more about PvP
Yeah.
here in just a second. But another big thing that happened this week is Master Vogue, and I know one person that's really happy, and he's sitting right next to me, and that is Mr. Dawn. Dawn, tell us what your thoughts are about Master Vogue so far.
Artificial in both ways, dude. I don't like the artificial power creep, and I don't like the artificial mechanics that they're adding with just spamming champs at us and just not actually changing any mechanics. And then people are actually like standing up about it. Like I heard someone give this defense for Master Levy of like, oh, all they did in the dogs encounter for Master Levy was add 2 dogs. That's like the same thing as adding champs. And it's like, but it's not, because if you don't kill those 2 dogs, you wipe the encounter, and they're like actually tied to a mechanic, as opposed to you could literally ignore the champs in Vogue and just continue on to the encounter and finish the encounter without even killing them. It'll just despawn them. And it's like, I don't understand how that makes it master.
Yeah. Not only champs, but like tanks. Dude, those things are annoying. I am guilty of absolutely being rolled over by the overload champ on Gatekeeper. I was being outside boy the other night, and I was on my Titan, and the overload just steamrolled me every single time. It's not like regular Vogue where you can just stun him and throw 2 anarchies, walk away. No, you have to stun him, throw a grenade, hit him with a grenade launcher, punch him in his face. I mean, tickle his butt, whatever you got to do to kill him, bro. It takes a lot to kill those overloads now, and I mean, I will say that just adding more champions is not considered master. I will agree on that. But did they make the champions a lot harder? Hell yes, they did.
I don't think so, though. They didn't. All they did was the simple fact that now your weapons are 30 light level under,
Yeah,
and they're
that's all it
always
was.
going to be.
Yeah.
They didn't
I mean,
make them harder.
Of course, me being, I guess that
Made
is
them
more so me
spongier.
being a
That's
lower
it.
light level. Yeah.
They just made it spongy, which is
There
like
you
the
go.
definition of what we do not like. Because, well, I mean, that was all of D1 or Destiny 2 year 1 was just like everything was just because, well, that was because everything was different. But it feels kind of like that when they take something and they just make it 30 power higher, call it a day.
Yeah.
I get that makes you mad, Don. I can see it in your eyes.
Oh, yeah. And then it's like, dude, one of the worst things is you don't need to do it. Like, all you need to do, especially like the strat now, and it's always going to be this unless they change it. Next week, it's going to be the same thing for whatever challenge comes out. All you have to do is do the challenge. So let's say Gatekeeper Challenge is the week. Do Gatekeeper Challenge, get the rocket, do an Atheon checkpoint, kill Atheon, turn in your tokens, and you're done. Because if you do the whole raid, there's no point.
Yeah, there's no incentive.
You don't get anything different. Oh, what am I going to get? A goddamn golf ball or prism? Well, let me just go and do a GM for 15 minutes and get probably 3 times the loot instead of an odd chance that I'll get it. It's like, it just doesn't make sense. It's the same thing that Amp has with Trials, I wouldn't doubt. The loot in Trials is just, it's not worth it. The amount of time that you're putting in. Why not just do the regular Vogue and do the entire Vogue and then just go and do Master Vogue checkpoint and finish it? And that's it. That's my week. I'm done.
And granted, if you do the whole raid, you can't go back and do the Master Challenge because you've already completed it on the regular.
We had that problem. We were doing helps.
You know? Yeah, we literally had that problem the other night when I was helping with Dawn. They're not 2 separate things. So if you go in and you do Master Vogue, you can't go back and get more loot from regular. It's completed, done. And guess what? When you complete Master, you don't get loot from the normal added on top, like old hard raids.
Yeah, that's
in
how
D1.
it used to be. They're gonna switch that.
You get regular loot and hard loot together if you completed the hard first.
Bro.
But now it's just one raid, just a harder difficulty for no reason. You know, the only difference is the time loss weapons. That's it. Like you do the challenge on Master, you get the time loss weapon, and there's no reason to do Master other than that. So literally none. Literally none.
It's really funny because they've done this stuff in the past, like these hard mode type things, and there's really simple things they could just bring right into Master that would make everyone happy. Like you get the normal loot and the hard mode loot at the same time, and they just don't. I don't know what it is about them. They just don't do that stuff that makes it seems like it's like common sense. Like it's just going to be the same. Just do this one thing. I don't know. I think it's good. I think it's good that it came out, and it's bad because now we can talk about it. Like right now, we're on a podcast talking about this, and of course, Bungie watches this every week. So whenever they see it, and they'll be like, "Devs, Dawn is really pissed right now.
Luke and Dawn spoke, dude. Like, what are we doing?
DJ, I miss you, buddy.
We smoked them by giving them this terrible content, so we're gonna fix it this week. No, but for real, like I think that there's room for improvement for sure with this.
Now that's the next question: is how? If you break down master and you break down regular, how would you? What are the 3 things that you think need to happen? To make Master Vogue worth your time.
I can go real quick because mine's not too intense. I barely got to pop into it this week, but I would what I would do is make all of the challenges available throughout, like on hard mode or master. So like all the challenges are available. You can do all of them. I still think that, and I'm only saying that I still think one of those challenges should be just for a one-time lost weapon. I'm saying have all those challenges open so that it makes, someone who's like working on the seal or something more they might want to do the entire raid. And that would only be for so long until they did all of them. And then they'd be right back to where we are now, where they'd go just try to get the time lost weapon. So if there's some sort of way around that, you guys probably have an idea. But I'm just saying, from my perspective, I wish that they would just make it like the most ridiculous thing where like if you can do all the challenges in it if you want to. It also is like contest mode turned on. I don't know, instead of it just being like a light level thing, as well as giving us the normal loot with the hard loot, so we don't have to do 2 raids. And then I still think like I think one time lost weapon a week is it like a specific role?
They're tied to the challenges. Like this.
Yeah, I know it's tied to it, but I mean, like, is it a fixed role or are they random?
There are 2 fixed perks, and that's the bottom 2 perks.
Okay.
The rocket rolls with
overflow and cluster every time,
and cluster bomb. But then there's 2 perks on the top that are interchangeable.
Okay.
And everything else on the weapon, like implosion rounds and stuff like that.
That is actually a really cool idea.
Agreed.
I like that.
It's like getting a curated role along with some other things
like
as well
that
too.
And well, then what I'm thinking is also, this is my last part, is like making that specific time loss, because you can't just like you can't farm that weapon right now, can you?
No, but they become buyable with spoils.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, like, if you could just keep doing the same challenge over and over and over and getting new roles.
I would totally love that.
Just
that would
anything
that would be this man's dream, being a PvE helper, because it's always loot.
I'd rather have that
repeatable 3-win memories or something like that.
I'd rather have that than buying.
Same. I don't like the whole buying thing, because that wasn't really a thing, and like that just kind of takes away from the part where we're grinding and doing the actual activity, because like I can just do a whole VOG and buy a Fatebringer at the end, call it a day, instead of just like constantly going on every week to try to get the Fatebringer role that I want from playing it over and over and over again.
I think the packages is fine. I don't think buying this specific thing is necessary, I guess you could say. But having like the packages where like you could possibly get a Fatebringer, but then you could also possibly get a crappy fusion rifle or something like that, instead, or like a crappy piece of boots. It's like still having RNG tied to it as well too, because I like RNG and I like doing it for like the surprise factor. And I know if I don't get the Fatebringer, this roll, I get to the end, I have 80 spoils. I got 4 chances to get a God roll Fatebringer, and then next week is kind of just pointless if I get one, So I agree with you. You had some good points.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
What are your thoughts, Don? How do you make Master Vogue worth your time? And it's tough. I can give you some points if you want me to. I'll give you some time.
No, but it's just things that I don't like is mainly like the thing that you said, like they made the enemies more spongy, but they really didn't. Because if they put contest mode on, that means we're 20 or 25 power under all the time. Everyone, even the people that do the goblin bounties and all that stuff, they're above power. They're going to be underpowered stuff. But at least your weapons are not going to be 30 underpowered. So you're still going to take damage, but it's not going to make it a 4-phase in Atheon at the last week of the season even. It's like, it's because then it's just going to make the raids longer and more boring. And like I said, the loot doesn't match the effort that you're putting in. So it's like when you have that point of 30 power under weapons, it makes it feel very slow and I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the artificialness in Master Vogue. I would have definitely taken even in Atheon, add an extra oracle in each row. Instead of 3 in each row, it's 4. Like, just make it a little bit more complicated. There's literally nothing. Make more teleports in Templar, or make more oracles in oracles, something, dude.
I like that. Actually switching up the mechanics. So like,
yes.
Hey guys, remember this is hard mode. We have 8 oracles this time, or we have you can't shoot the same oracle. Remember that. Like, so if that happens, boom, you're dead. Wipe. You have to restart. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I like that. I was gonna say something similar.
You hear that, Bungie?
Something to where like I kind of like. So here's what I like about changing, like the difference between hard and normal is different mechanics like that. So you have to differentiate. This is hard mode, guys. We have to remember to do this part, you know. And when I think back to something specific like that, it's hard mode King's Fall. You have to remember to snipe that knight. You know, you have to whenever you're on your plate, like everybody make sure you get your knights. Hey, there's an extra ogre this time or something like that. Like something where like individually someone has to have an extra role. Does that make sense?
There's just nothing changed.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
There's nothing changed, and you don't get more loot. Like King's Fall, they changed everything, and you got a different version of the gun every single encounter.
Exactly, you got one that had cocoon already on it or something like that. Like it was worth your time and effort to do the harder difficulty and get better loot, but also having to pay attention a little bit more between each encounter. I don't remember what the hard mode differences were on the other ones, like in King's Fall, but having something like that where you have to differentiate, this is hard mode, we cannot forget to do this, you know. But I just don't, like you said, the extra oracle or something like that. Even just little changes like that make it refreshing.
Because it shows that you're like showing effort. You kind of just like copied the GM playlist and just put it on Vogue. That's basically what you did. And it's like, we're already kind of tired of GMs. We kind of accept it because at the end of the day, it's a strike. It's like, that's not supposed to be the end game. And I personally still don't think GMs are the end game. I think raids should definitely be the end game. Even normal mode should be harder than GMs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I agree. It definitely, it's really, because we've been looking forward to Master Vogue for weeks now. And then have it come out like that, and literally it's just harder because their light level is not high enough. It's pretty disappointing.
Yeah.
You know, literally the only difference is getting a time loss weapon.
Is it basically just contest mode?
No, it's not even that.
It's worse.
It's just we're lower leveled. That's all. It's just you have to have a higher artifact level to be able to do high damage. Yeah.
I had a friend. I had a friend who did a test, and he did like the thrallway for like 9 hours, and he got like maybe halfway through an artifact level. So like even doing that, like, isn't gonna help you get your artifact up super fast. So it's kind of annoying how they did it. Did you get to play it all, Amp? Like, do you do any PV stuff at all?
I do, but this was not the week that I had time to do that.
Yeah. Are you gonna do it next week?
Maybe.
I mean, all four of us can do it. You want us to do it right now?
Challenge for you.
Yo, we're doing a raid along, guys.
Destiny.
Everyone turn it on.
Yeah, we need 2 people from chat. No, I'm kidding.
That would actually be hilarious.
Maybe that's
and
something in the future we do.
We pull them into Discord and we all video on while we're playing. That'd be freaking fun.
Yes, then we can get run over by Dawn in scrims.
A scrim,
yes.
Dude. Imagine a podcast live, like we're live doing scrims like against each other, but we're talking about like we're playing.
Hey,
scrims.
by the way, you just got ran over. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Good conversation.
Well,
hey, so what do you think about Destiny 2 PvP just gets run over by like a grenade launcher?
He's getting more angry.
Yeah, I think Trial should do this. Nice sticks, by the way. But yeah.
Yeah, perfect. That might be something in the future. Like if we get
these dudes are giving us ideas.
I expect royalties. Thanks.
You got it. We'll give you all the $0.00 we make from this.
There you go.
Hog, dude.
You'll see
that's big streamer money right there, boys.
Single digits, baby.
We did, dude. This is sick. Like during this podcast, we hit 400 followers on Twitch, so that's big hype.
Let's go.
Nice,
Congratulations.
Chat, hit 500 or I'm disappointed right now.
All right, 500 right now. Go buy a bot if you have to. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yo, chill.
Yo.
Hey, yo. Kappa.
Partnership, baby.
Partnership.
Oh, goodness. Dude, I love how passionate you are, though, with it, Don, because it shows that you really give a shit. about this game and about
Yeah.
how it affects your community and how it affects your gameplay and stuff like that. So
I mean, dude, just to reel Amp in, because he said he doesn't play that much PvE, but he could definitely feel me on this. Is like when I was ranting about PvE content, like with this week when Master Vogue came out, I brought it to Twitter, which obviously we all know how that goes. But I got the comment from a good friend of mine, but it still didn't rub me the right way. It's like you hold Destiny to too high of a, or Bungie too high of a standard. It's like you have to lower your standards for them, and it's like, why should we? They already don't even have like a competition in their game. So it's like if we don't even hold them to a standard, they're already kind of not holding themselves to a standard, because like I said, there's no other game that people keep saying Destiny killer. There is no Destiny killer. That doesn't exist yet. And I don't think anything will, because nothing can catch up to it right now. I don't think anything has the funding to catch up to what Bungie has done with Destiny already. So if we don't hold them to a standard in PvE or PvP content, we're literally just going to get the same thing over and over and over again. We're going to get drip feed every single season. We're going to get the same average content all the time that people keep still sucking up to them, saying, oh my gosh, you guys are doing amazing. But we're really not. There's a reason why 3 weeks, 2 weeks into a season, people are already saying like, I'm done. I'm done with the season. But then they'll come back 2 weeks later when a new mission comes out. I don't understand how we're thinking that's
and
a
post
good
a screenshot that they uninstalled Destiny on the computer.
I don't want to see that, dude.
No one cares. I'm sorry.
I agree. I think we should hold them. I'm always like the dude that's like, oh, it's okay. I'm just happy we have this game. But I also believe that us keeping them at a high standard keeps them on their toes. You know, we can't let them think they're doing it all right, because then they're never going to try to get better at it.
Now, though, you don't do the whole thing that we had a little earlier, was with the death threats to devs.
Yeah, not
and
that
all
kind of stuff.
Dude, that is so far out the window.
That's
You
so
don't
out
do
of whack.
that.
Yeah.
If you're getting to a point where you're upset with a video game that you have to threaten personal things or even just threat, like, come on.
Yeah, if you're at that point, you need to sell your PC and you need to go outside and you need to make some real friends and not
Cut some
like
grass, dude.
drift a car around a corner or something like that, and
you need to
or
go
something.
You need to go kick
be
rocks.
outside.
Honestly, go kick some rocks with
Just
your
skip a rock on a lake
with your
and-
socks off.
Kiss a
Yo,
frog or
dude,
something.
that's a good time though. No cap.
He said that right after saying kiss a frog. What was that? What are you?
I was talking about skipping rocks, but yeah, that too.
skip a rock is fun, bro. Going out, getting a sunburn or something like that. So I don't know.
Dude, those are good days.
Getting some vitamin C. Who knows?
And then I play trials every day now.
Yeah. Speaking
Even
of
when
trials,
it's not the weekend, he plays Trials somehow.
Yes. He plays Trials of Comp.
What if you did? You
That's
just
always
streamed replays of Trials streams all week.
Do that,
Dude,
yes.
what is it? Clip what Nomad does, where he gameplay. What am I trying to say? No.
Stream replays? No.
Who
I
knows?
don't know what I'm trying
Who
to
knows?
say.
Just do what he.
The word's not
just
coming out. Gameplay reviews. Trials reviews. There you go. Just like you get some clips together and be like, yo, chat, this is how great I am. Look at me.
Yeah, don't do that.
I don't hit clips.
Yeah, okay. I see your YouTube, buddy.
Yeah, right. You got a montage.
I'm on.
I have 3 montages.
You have a montages.
Exactly.
Yo, let's go.
I don't want to hear it.
I have 3 montages. Well,
I don't
you
just
should.
have one. Oh goodness,
Dude, I
And he's
can't
in a
get
team
over-
Taj as well too.
I can't get over how good this dude's hair looks.
It's
It's fantastic, dude.
It's just like, whoop.
Thanks, man.
It's so nice.
What kind of hairspray? You put advanced GG in there?
Yeah.
I put so much events. I just take the shaker and then fill it up with more
Yeah,
events.
dude. Nobody,
Like, use the powder or something like that to make it look all fluffy.
nobody knows, but that's
actually,
what
here's
advanced
the
is for.
secret. All right, here's the secret for my hair. Live reveal. You take some that like cream gel stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Creatine.
I thought he was gonna say
like, wait, what?
creatine.
No, you take some like cream. You know what I'm talking about, right? That
Some
like
cream
gel
cheese?
stuff. I forget what it's called.
It's like
Yeah.
yeah.
Paste and like
Yeah, you take the paste, you put it in your palm, rub it in there.
Okay.
Take hairspray. You spray the hairspray on the paste.
Oh.
And you take that
Oh.
and you mix it and you slick it back.
Ooh.
Slick.
Yes, sir. There's your life hack.
Rats,
Pomade.
dude.
That's what it's called. It's called a pomade, something like that.
I call it the thing in the little tiny black
I call it the
circular
Old Spice.
thing.
Mom, can you pick me up some more Old Spice?
Maddox's mom
more
still
hair
buys
gel.
him his hair gel.
Hey, Mom, I need some more hair
What
juice, please.
Bro, Sheen, I don't need no damn hair gel. Oh goodness. No, I want to talk to Amp about trials now and,
Yes, sir.
and just
Oh, God.
PvP in general because this
Oh,
is gonna
God.
be a pretty long conversation. You know what I'm saying?
It always
Um,
is every freaking week.
It usually is, and but okay, so we have a big conversation after this, which we'll hold our thoughts about it until then. But with PvP, and I know Dawn was talking about he likes to take his time into trials as well too sometimes. But Amp literally plays trials every single weekend, like has announcements on Twitter who he's playing with and who he's doing helps with and all that stuff, and is pretty successful with it because I have done helps with him as well too.
Yeah, same.
5
We got
hours
like
on
10
Rico
trials.
today.
Yeah.
I was today was awful.
Yikes.
But let's hear your thoughts. Like, where do you think trials is at the moment? What are your expectations? What are your improvements you think you can make with what trials is today?
Ooh, we got a lot to unpack here.
It's a big question. It's a big question. We can take it slow. Take it slow.
All right. So I am very radical with my opinion on what trials should be. And it starts with I don't think trials should be elimination.
I
At
feel
all.
like that's a pretty popular opinion.
I think
would
trials
say.
should be skirmish with
Okay.
rotating maps. And I think it should. So for those that don't know what skirmish is, it was a D1 game mode. For some reason, not in Destiny 2, even though it's literally the best PvP game mode. Don't know why. Also bring Rift back, please.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
no. Okay, let me point out something like that. Not just Rift. All objective game modes.
Like
Yes.
capture the flag.
Countdown. Capture Rift. What else
Supremacy.
was there? Supremacy. Well, even the salvage. I would love to see salvage come back. I don't know, like something where there's an actual objective. Sorry,
all I
had to
need-
butt in. I
all I
want
need in
all
my-
objective game modes.
All I need in my life is doubles back. I think I can preach for the entire PvP community. I want doubles back so bad.
Doubles isn't- the maps aren't good for doubles.
There's just something so fun.
Are they
about
good for
doubles,
anything?
man.
Yeah,
True.
skirmish.
But yeah, so for those of you that don't know, skirmish was 3v3 with revives. They do have what's that new game mode called? Showdown, where revives actually it's like first to 10 per round, and revives like cancel the point that they got for killing you.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should just be 3v3s with revives. The revives don't take away any points or anything. If you get the kill, you get the kill. And it's just like, but if you win the fight, you can, instead of having your teammate run from spawn, you can just all be right there back in a group. I think that's what trials should be, and it should be like first to 50 or whatever. That is like, because trials right now is the pinnacle PvP game mode, which I also disagree with, but that's for another topic. I think they need to redesign, or they need to make new maps. Just they do. They need there are different types of maps in PvP. There's 3s maps, and then there's 6s maps.
I agree.
Like,
there's maps that play better with specific game modes.
they
Totally agree.
need, and this like they need to just make 3s maps, maybe some new ones, maybe bring back some like old ones, but just get some 3s maps and put them in trials and have them rotating. You can change them season to season, week to week, whatever you want. Just have it rotating. Don't be a set map for every weekend. Obviously 3 peaking, but that's going away next season anyway, so we don't really need to talk about it. That's the first thing. They need to just rehaul the entire game mode. 2, the loot. There is no reason for the casual player, or there should be no reason in the world for a casual player to sit there and be like, I would rather jump off the map for 10 straight games than try to win a match.
Facts. There's no reason for the casual player to play
That
trials.
screams issue
Oh yeah.
to me.
Same.
Because
Oh,
to
it's a
complete
bit
that
like
bounty,
that too.
you have to jump off 10 matches to complete that bounty. 10. That's bad. That people are willing to do that.
Compared to winning 3 games, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can end up doing that faster probably than those 10 games of jumping off a map, to be honest.
I think
But
it's a total.
people
You have to win a
don't-
total of 20 rounds. I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't know the exact
20
number. I just know
rounds.
it's 10 games you have to jump off to get the bounty done. And
20, something like that.
I don't like how each drop is set for a win. Like, I hate how it's like, 3 is sniper this week, or 7 is sniper, or whatever. I think it should be at 3 wins, you get a trials drop. At 5 wins, you get a trials drop. at 7 wins you get a trials drop, and then at flawless you get an adept trials drop. It shouldn't be, oh, this week right here is the armor, or like is the gauntlets, then the sniper. There shouldn't be an order. It should be random. That would incentivize people to be like, okay, I want a summoner or whatever. They get to 3 wins. They're like, I got a rocket launcher. Okay. You know? And that way people aren't, I think that would help the jumping off thing a little bit. Maybe not. But even like I don't like the argument that like, I don't know what this system would be, but I hate the argument that just make trials like passages not break. I hate that argument. That kind of ruins the whole feel of trials. It's supposed to be high stakes, high reward, you know.
That's what makes it feel pinnacle, because it's like if you screw up, you don't get the reward. Yeah,
so like I hate the argument that like I get the casual players, like that's why I do what I do. I hate to see casual players not ever win a round in trials and just feel like all hope's lost and they quit Destiny or quit PvP because of it. That's like another player that we just lose in the dwindling population of PvP. I would like to see them redo the loot system so that it's not like dropping in a win. Like just randomly after a trials match, you could get a summoner. Or like think about like a crucible match. You could randomly get a frozen orbit from any crucible match. Something like that maybe might help people actually want to get in the game mode, you know? Because I know at win 4, like say I get 3 wins, right? That next game, I'm not going to get anything. So that is just like a pointless win. That's just like an empty win. It's just on your way to getting the 5-win reward. That's what I don't like. I feel like you should have a chance to get something in every single game. You know?
Every single
that
win,
might help.
You're saying?
I mean, maybe higher chances to win, but like to get the casual people playing, they're going to hate that too. If you're honest with you. Like, even if you lose, you just have less of a chance, but you still have a chance to get this super cool mystical gun from trials, right?
Yeah.
Instead of jumping off the map, that'll incentivize you to maybe actually try to win a game.
Yeah, I can agree with on that. I can agree. There's casual players that just aren't playing trials, or if they are, they're jumping off the map, you know, and which is nonsense in my opinion. I don't think that should be. It's like going into a raid and just letting your people do the first encounter so you get the drop, you know?
Yeah.
That's pointless. A raid is easy to learn and it's easy to get the mechanics down and stuff like that. But then if you go into trials, I agree with you on everything should be a little bit more accessible. The first win should be a really low chance of getting a drop. Second win, a little bit higher of a chance, whether it's 2% extra. Third win, you should get a package. And that package comes with, I don't know if you guys remember in D1 whenever you upgrade your
factions,
your factions, you could choose between an armor or a weapon. When you get that 3 win, you go to whatever his name is,
Saint 14,
Sir Lancelot, and you turn in that package, and it's like, all right, do you want this weapon? You want a weapon or you want an armor? Maybe I haven't gotten the helmet before. Boom, turn it in for a piece of armor, helmet. I'm complete. Guess what? I had to win 3 games, but I also had a chance to get that same helmet on my first win, my second win. And then my third win was a higher chance because I got a for sure package, you know? So 4th win, higher chance of getting a random thing. 5th win, guess what? Another package. And this is pinnacle gear, by the way. 3, 5, and 7, in my opinion. This is
kind of how Trials of the 9 was.
Is pinnacle.
A little bit.
Okay? It's going to bump up your light level, or it's going to give you at your cap or whatever you're at. 7 wins, you get, again, another package. But you get and I also add duplicate control as well too. You don't want duplicates. 7, of course, is flawless. You get that adept arm. You get that adept whatever piece of gear. Whether that's of course going to be a weapon.
It'll be a summoner. They'll bring it back.
I hope so. I haven't got one. And then guess what? You get a masterworked piece of armor. Because guess what? You just completed the hardest thing in the whole entire freaking game right now, and that is going flawless. I don't care what anybody says. It is the hardest activity in this game to do, and you should be rewarded for it. Whether you got carried, whether you carried someone, I do not care. You completed the hardest activity in this entire game, and you're going to be rewarded with a masterwork piece of armor and an adept gun. random. I don't care what anybody says. That would be perfect. That would get me in. That would get me in trials every single weekend.
That's kind of what they did with Trials of the 9, if I recall correctly. They gave you an engram at like 357.
Yeah.
So I agree with that.
With Trials of the 9, it was only like 3 things for your specific wins. I want random.
That's what I'm saying. I think they should basically do exactly what you just said. Mix like what they have now, and then what I was saying, like there's a chance for everything every game, because like, I mean, that's why people jump off. They know they're not going to get a thing if they win that one match. They're like, I have no chance of winning 3 matches in a row. No chance. I might win 1. No shot I even win like 2. Mm-hmm. It's better for us to just jump off. But like if they have that little like 5% chance to get a summoner, then they're like, might as well try this one game, you know?
Yeah.
And if they win that, then they're like, oh, we have a 10% chance now to get a weapon, you know? Like, that, it sounds incentivizing, right?
Yeah.
And like add like cool, like I liked how they were like shaders and emblems and cool things like added into the loot pool. Like there's a ghost show. Like there's a ghost show in Trials. I think that thing drops maybe 1 every 10,000 games.
Yeah.
Like it's awful. I still don't like. I play Trials all day, every day, every weekend that it's out, and I still do not have the new ship.
Yeah, you have many flawlesses and shit like that. Yeah, I agree.
Like, I don't know.
I think,
and then
I'll go for it.
What? I was just gonna say, then Johnny Jim 42 has the ship first try, and I'm like, all right, sick.
I think cosmetics are huge when it comes to playing the game, and that's a shader, a ghost shell, a ship, a glow. People look fantastic with that glow on, but guess what? Only lasts a week. Why? Why can't it be tied to something where like we can turn it on or turn it off or anything like that as well too?
Dude, people love that.
I want to show it off.
People, yes. I love it. I play every season so that I can have a orange unbroken thing above my head with a 2 next to it, and then the next number
unbroken squared.
Like if they could do that with shaders, where it's like you accomplished something and now you can show it off. That's like half the reason people end up playing stuff, so they can show off what they did, you know.
Absolutely.
That'd be sick. That stuff needs to be incorporated, but that has to be in like the overall overhaul of Crucible, because that's like not anywhere in Crucible other than like the little one you can get each season from, you know, the vendor at the tower, you know, not like random. Like imagine like just this randomly rare emblem or something that only dropped every
Scarab.
Whatever.
Yeah, like the old Scarab emblem.
Yeah,
dude,
exactly.
I was pissing my pants when I had to go up against 3
Scarab
Scarab emblems.
Remember when you got flawless, you were like, guys, are we gonna try to go for Scarab heart?
Yes.
You remember those days? Like, and then you're on your 17th win and you're like, we gotta keep going. You know, like those were the days, man. Like I think I got mine at like 21 or something crazy. Like, and then like the person I was playing with that I was carrying to get Scarab Heart got it like first game, and I'm like, dude, hello, man. Like, you know.
Yeah.
And then, but I will say there are 2 other things that Destiny PvP needs that is outside of Trials.
Okay.
Do we want to go down that rabbit hole?
I think we can all agree.
Is it going to be the elephant in the room that I think we're all thinking?
One of them is.
Okay.
Yeah. The other one is probably going to come out of left field.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we can all agree that we need a more successful anti-cheat.
Yes. That wasn't even part of it.
No, no, it was.
That was the obvious one, right?
Yeah. Anti-cheat. Hopefully it comes soon. That's all I need to say about it. It's bad.
Oh yeah, that would make the whole thing. That would even make the way that Trials is now, just like the way it is, would be better.
A little bit more bearable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I think
you know
that's the biggest priority.
just know it'd be fair. That's all. Having it's fair. Like the games are fair. That no one's actually cheating would
like
change
tonight,
a lot of things.
You guys know I'm clanmates with Dixie's, right? I matched Dixie's on a recov. I didn't know, and like I was told that this guy was cheating and hard spinning. And of course, it's like a 0.6, but it's Dixie's or Muffins or whoever he's playing with. And I was getting ran, like literally like pixel peaked like around corners. And I'm like, dude, like this 0.6, man. And then I'm like, okay, well, I guess this guy's cheating. I was told he's cheating. And like, look at that. He's a 0.6. That's a 0.6. And like, just having that doubt out of my head would be so nice, man. Like, but the other thing that would help Trials be a little better is actually fixing and revamping the ranked game mode.
Okay, explain.
I think ranked should be the pinnacle of PvP, not trials. Personally,
I can see that. Yeah. I mean, 'cause it's around all the time, which is nice.
look at like Apex when you have to like grind a whole season, and it's like not something you can do in like 1 or 2 nights.
Yeah.
You to grind up to like whatever rank you want to be, pred if you want, right? That is a grind. You have to sit down, you have to find a good team, you have to go in, you have to plan, you have to have strategies. Where am I dropping? All that stuff. Destiny comp, it's hey, you want to go play a couple cheaters? All right,
I haven't set foot in comp in months.
Exactly.
It's
There's
rough.
no reason for
There's
basically any of us to go in comp.
especially since the seasonal power cap is only 10. I don't need it. Comp
No.
was only usable for me for whenever I needed the power drops.
I literally only did it to get just so I can get my gilded seal. That's it.
The thing is, they don't even call it comp anymore. They don't even call it competitive.
It's just survival.
It's just survival.
Yeah.
Like, and then the whole. Personally, this might sound rude. I think the glory system is a complete joke.
Oh,
Agreed.
yeah, definitely.
I can get to. I don't know if this is like a thing, but I can get to 0 to 5,500 in like 1 night, maybe 2.
Yeah,
And
if you
for a
sit down
pinnacle, for a
and try it,
PvP
yeah.
player main, that's my season. That and trials.
Mhm.
That's it. That's what I got. And like this season, like there's no reason for me to hit 5,500.
And I would say pretty like relaxed as well too. Like you're not sweating going to 5,500 either.
no.
So,
Because if I'm getting beat, it's by cheaters.
yeah.
That's just how it is in comp. Or like other really, really good players occasionally, but those players are in trials. Nobody plays comp anymore. So
Mhm. No, I feel you.
Yeah.
Don, I want to hear from you and maybe even Luke as well too, because he doesn't play like when he gets to play, he doesn't usually play a lot of trials from my knowledge. But what would get you guys like getting off work, going straight to your computer, playing trials? What are some things, like some points that you would want to be implemented to make it a little bit more your priority, I guess you could say?
For me, dude, it's honestly, I don't play it as much, so like I don't really have to deal with the problems that Amp goes through. So it's like for me, as soon as the cheater problem's out, I'm down to go in and do some fucking PvP, because like the worst thing is when you're on game 6 going game 7, you already lost one and you lose to a cheater. It's like I'd much rather lose to a team that was hands down completely 5-0'd me because they were better, rather than just this guy's flying around the map with heavy ammo. It's like that's not fun, dude. There's no getting better than that, unfortunately. When you're playing people that are better than you, you have the chance of learning from their playstyle and getting better. But when you're playing against a cheater, that's not a playstyle. That's an AI robot just mowing you down. That's my biggest gripe with PvP right now.
I feel you. What about you, Luke?
Honestly, there's 2 things. I want to play trials just because I like PvP and I'm competitive.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know
like,
you do. Yeah.
if I just like didn't have a job, then that'd get me real riled up to go play trials, because then I'd have more free
Yeah, no,
time,
I feel you.
obviously. But second, first, if they brought Doctrine of Passing back, I would be in there like somewhere every weekend if it was possible to get every weekend. And then second, if there was like a new seal every season for it, I would just grind to get that seal, because
I feel you.
I'm just like I like to get stuff finished. I don't know. I like get so much work not done when I'm doing my actual job. Like it's nice that I have like full control of getting like all these little seals done, and it shows for it whenever I waste my time staying up all night playing video games.
I feel you.
And
can I offer a counterpoint to that?
yes, sir.
Would you rather have Doctrine of Passing back or a brand new auto rifle?
I'd rather have a brand new auto rifle that is the exact same thing. Actually, let me be honest. I actually would just like to have Bones Veo back. So if I could get those inside of trials, I'd play it. I'd be in there like somewhere right now. I would get off this stream. I'd quit. I'd be like, screw you guys. I'm gonna go play trials. I gotta get my bones.
I do wish there was like an exotic weapon in trials also. I forgot to mention that. Like a raid, there's a raid exotic. Trials exotic?
Ooh, big
Why
brain
not?
over here. That'd be sick.
Why not?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
something that's useful though, not like a sidearm.
Make it Galahorn. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine though?
It would have to be. It would have to be something like that though, like a Galahorn that's
yeah.
not like broken, not like a primary that would be like broken in PvP. You know, people would gripe like that, but it had to be.
Do not
something
make
like,
another Not Forgotten.
like
no.
a sword or something like that. It would have to be something.
Do not
like
make
that.
it a sword. Actually, well, 3 peeking would go away by the time they added that.
I'm just saying, like,
Make it
can't
a
be
sword that goes in
something-
third person. There's your PvP exotic. Boom.
or maybe like a exotic class item.
Dude,
I
I'm
would be
so
in there.
down.
I don't
Yes.
know why those haven't come back.
It's just like it literally is just.
There's no. It's just, dude. I would wear the hell out of
Me
a
too.
Trials Hunter cloak.
Me too.
Okay, with
All
like a
day.
nice the glowing eye. I'm like, dude.
Oh yeah, it could stay
Imagine
glowy.
having like
Slap your mama, I'd wear that.
Imagine having like customizable cloaks or something like in
You
trials.
could
That
change
was
the
exotic.
glow. Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go,
Hire us.
dude.
Next
where are we
community
at?
summit.
Bungie?
Hit us up, Bungie.
We're part of the community summit. Here we are.
This is it. That's happening right now. Tweet about it
you
after
guys,
this.
you guys didn't know, did you?
Oh, the future looks bright.
Couple of dumbasses just talking about Destiny.
Dude.
DMG tweet right at us. They were not at the community summit. That was
They were
not
not.
real.
I don't
No, we're
know
not.
you.
Who the hell are you? Oh goodness. Well, let's talk about what they talk about at the community summit. How about that? Let's talk about Witch Queen. I don't know if you guys are excited as I am.
Oh yeah, because we got information about when
We
we're
have
gonna
no
know about it.
information, actually.
No, we
Oh,
got
yeah, okay, we do.
information.
Yes, yes,
you didn't
yes.
let me finish. We got
Got a date
information
about
about
a
when
date.
we're gonna know information.
There you go.
We
I think
got a
like we have
date.
like inside information.
You
Or
get a
something.
date.
I did.
Pretty
They
cool.
sent me a DM.
And everyone
yeah.
went crazy about it. It's like, that's how easy they have it, dude. They fucking put out a picture with a date on it, and everyone went nuts.
the truth, dude. Like,
Dude, nuts, bro.
Those 3 words have like. There's people like putting the picture of Savathun like perfectly in line with
Yes.
the logo and stuff like that. It's just like Savathun.
It's Savathun.
Oh my god. Or like the truth. What's the truth? That's a
on
gun.
lore
Oh my God,
passage
listen to the lore.
98.672, it says survive the truth.
The date. These numbers correspond with this number in this lore
The
location in the world.
32nd letter of the 32nd word is
Oh, dude, it's just-
Savathun.
There you go.
Hog.
And-
Like,
but what was it? It's August 24th, which is the last day of the season, I believe. So
Yep.
we'll have with all the information being released, not all the information, of course, but like information being released about Witch Queen, but also the new season happening the same day, which is gonna be huge. Like that's gonna be a big day for Destiny because
Yes.
a lot of people are saying Witch Queen's gonna have to be huge for them to like really stick to it and be a part of the community. I truly don't care. I just like the new content, so I'm excited. I'd like to hear what you guys think. Like, what does Witch Queen need to be like for you personally, if that makes any sense? You can start with Amp. Give me
okay,
your
I will
ideas.
just say I heard that exact same sentence that this DLC needs to save Destiny, and if it's bad, it will die. I I heard that last year.
We've
Yeah.
heard
And we
that
had-
for seasons.
Yeah, we've heard that
for like
seasons
8
on
years.
seasons.
So
I don't agree
if
with that
I-
sentence.
If I hear the Witch Queen has to be good, otherwise I'm quitting thing again, I'm just gonna shut my eyeballs. and just
Go grind your
walk away.
Apex ranked for
Yeah,
the 15th
you-
time.
Yeah, you go play your unranked arenas, boys. Like,
Yeah.
have fun, boys. You know.
We're gonna be killing gods out here, baby.
So obviously, I come from a PvP view
Yeah,
of this.
sure.
Shadowkeep had 1 PvP map. Beyond
Mm-hmm.
Light had 0
And took away
Zero.
13.
and took away 13 PvP
9
maps.
or 13, something like that.
The last time we got a good, a community wide, like, this is a good map, was the launch of D2. And the other ones were in the beta. Think about it. Every scrim map, it's basically the 2 quote new scrim maps are Jav 4, Dead Cliffs, and Endless Veil.
Mhm.
Those are all like beta maps and launch maps.
Yeah, I'd like to see something a little bit different rotated in there.
Yeah.
Like
That's what I'm saying.
Like some brand new ones, like
But
from
that's-
old Chicago, because that's gonna
There
probably
you
be
go.
on.
Dude, I'm telling you, if they made a map this season with the aesthetic from this season,
The expunge.
Bro.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. Yes.
bro,
That'd be
the
insane.
PvP community would go nuts.
But
Old
that's
Chicago
how simple-
PvP community
and
would go
that is-
nuts.
That is like all we ask is something simple as a new map or a new game mode to keep a little bit of a fresh rotation.
PvP has been the exact same, minus the metas, which have progressively only gotten worse, by the way.
Yeah, I think we can agree with that.
So we're just declining. There's been no innovation in PvP in Destiny since when? Forsaken, when they changed the whole just entire game. Like, that's the last time they innovated in PvP. When, like, Not Forgotten was the thing. Like, I would rather have the Not Forgotten days where if you get to 5,500, it was a challenge. They didn't make the points easier, and you got a really OP gun. I would rather have that because there's a reason to even do the thing. I don't like. Yeah, I would care if this gun's meta, and it would just make the good players even better. But like, at least people would play. Be like, oh, one day I'll actually get the Not Forgotten. You know.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully it comes back to its old glory. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
So you're simply just to kind of clarify, you're just wanting simple PvP stuff.
They need at least one map, and that is not asking for a lot, by the way. Right. For a full DLC, I forget what Taken King was, but it had like 4 maps,
something like that.
And I know Bungie is not with Activision anymore. I understand before people start spamming in chat. Bungie's independent now. Like they said, we can't have any more Forsaken size DLCs, blah, blah, blah. They need a map.
Yeah, like one map.
Even if we got one map, it would be so pog. There would be no more tweets. It's like 900 million days since the last PvP map. Because there's accounts that literally have been made to just tweet that every single day. You know?
Yeah.
Like, giving me a map. Maybe even revamp something. Maybe make Clash the permanent playlist instead of Control.
Yeah. That'd be nice. I will say, just to kind of add on what you're saying, because I'm a PvP as well too. Well, formally, we'll get back to PvP. That's a different topic. But I will say, to satisfy my PvP needs is a simple map. I would like to see not rotating metas, but more tuning when things are broken. Like how long Mountaintop went without a nerf. How long DMT went without a nerf? What are some GLs in general? How long they've gone without being, tuned with? I want to see a little bit more of just a focus on the health of the meta, I guess you could say, in kind of a weird take on it. But to satisfy me, I want something to be like good, but I don't want something to be broken where it's at the top of the trials list every single weekend. You know. I want something to be like, oh, this map is really good for a shotgun. You see shotgun's kind of take a big thing. Or this map is really good for a sniper. This map is really good for a pulse rifle. And the maps kind of change the meta, and something might be a little bit broken, so it gets changed quickly. I would love to see something like that. And I think with recent changes in like they're expanding their teams and hiring a bunch of new people, we could possibly get something like that. Something a little bit more of just a little bit more of a focus on PvP. Thoughts?
100%.
Yeah. I think it needs an entire.
You're talking out of my ass. That's all.
No, you're not. We all agree here. Like there needs to be.
I think I kind of speak for a big group.
There needs to be
something like that.
There needs to be a overhaul for PvP, and we talk about it all the time, but they're really it's just due for an update, and they need to be this time around when they do it, because they will ultimately. There's no way they're not going to, or else they're just going to get rid of PvP, or they're just going to have angry people at them for eternity. Yeah. But once they do essentially overhaul PvP, they need to be more up to date with how they keep it going, like actually manage it, just like you man. If they could find the resources, which I don't know how this works, but if they could have the resources to equally manage PvP like they manage PvE, I think everybody would be a lot happier, because you don't see PvE people like whining and complaining like we do every single week on this podcast we created to talk about this game. And we rightfully should be, because it's something that a lot of us spend our free time doing, and we just want it to be more fun. Yeah, I think a full overhaul.
Some have careers with this game.
Yeah, people do this for a living. Like, they play this game for a living, and whenever it doesn't change, it's terrifying for people that need to make money doing it, and it's not entertaining anymore because it's just not being paid attention to.
They lose 5 people from their community because PvP hasn't changed in 600 days, like that, you know? And it's detrimental to those that do it for a living. I agree. 100%.
And it's important. Like there's no way around it. It has been made clear by lots of people in the community that PvP is super important, and it always ends up being the thing that there is to do when you're done doing the same old PvE stuff that we do over and over again. Like even Dawn could probably attest to it. Like he PvEs all the time, but I'm assuming like if you get bored of PvE, I would assume you play some PvP for a little competitive action.
That's what I do. Yeah. Then that's when people say like Destiny or PvP doesn't belong in Destiny. It's like that's such a false statement. It's like that's one of the biggest replayability things. Like that's I don't understand why you would want that taken out. I can't stand that argument of like, oh, you're not gonna do 2 sandboxes to just take PvP out. Like that's such a sloppy and just like messed up thing to say. Like that just doesn't make sense.
I agree, because a lot of people will do the seasonal content, will get to max level, get a raid done, do all that stuff, and guess where they're ended up? PvP. They're going in, they're going to try trials, they're going to do something else, they're going to try this, they're going to try that, and it's all PvP focused, because what is there to do left in PvE? Same raid over and over and over again. And guess what? You already got everything you want from it. Go try it out in PvP. I don't know, stuff like that. But Amp, you're simplistic. You just want PvP stuff. I agree. I want a little bit more love in that realm as well too. Mr. Dawn, Witch Queen's gonna be huge for PvE, if you ask me.
Yeah,
I think the lore's starting to come together. Yeah, as we all hope. The lore is starting to come together around with different stories. The lead up to Witch Queen, I think, is going to be really exciting as well too. So
it's been leading up since
exactly, yeah,
like for years now. Like since Forsaken, it's technically been leading up to this.
Yeah, but things are going to start. The story's going to start kind of coming more towards like a tunnel vision where we're focusing more on one thing. I believe Savathun being that kind of main character, I think, is coming up. I'm not a big lore person, so I'm not exactly sure, but I'm just spitballing. But give us your thoughts on what you think Witch Queen is going to be. What do you want it to be? What are some things that you think it needs?
One thing that I think that it needs is an actual story to end. I feel like stories don't end in Destiny. I feel like it's the same villains keep coming back. We've killed them, and then when they come back somehow, how many times have we killed Taniks? I don't want to kill him again. We've been talking about Savathun since literally the launch of Destiny 1. I'm just hoping for an end story of something. Like, I don't want Destiny to end. That's not what I'm saying. I just want like something so impactful in the story that it ends a story. And another thing is like in the Taken King, how Oryx was like the main boss of the campaign, but then also the main boss in the raid.
Yes,
it made the raid feel more impactful to like the
Agreed.
actual DLC. Like with Beyond Light, I didn't feel that all that much with DSC because it just, I don't know, it just didn't really connect with the story with me all that much. Same thing with, I mean, I know Vogue obviously has no storyline with this, but it's just like, it just feels random at times. Garden was also like kind of like the same thing. It's like we're fighting people that had nothing really to do with like the story, and it's just like they're just throwing stuff at us. I feel like at sometimes.
That's all Destiny too.
Yeah, the whole story took place on this big hive moon world, and then you go into some Vex place on
and fight some random thing at the end, like
giant Minotaur. It's like, okay.
We were supposed to fight like the darkness in there essentially, if we could have, because they were in there chilling. Like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
It's me, the darkness. We're here. You're whatever, and then we fight Vex.
Yeah.
Like that's like a perfect example. Like I know it's like as like a meme, but Forsaken had Cade's story end, and like we remember that still, and it's still such an impactful. You still remember doing that mission. Even PvP guys are even like, "Yo, Cade died" and stuff like that. We haven't had that since. Like nothing is like truly impactful in like the story, and it hasn't been in a long time. I'm just really, like I said, I hope something ends in this story.
Now, question to that, to kind of piggyback off of your conversation here. Do you want it to end in good for us or bad for us? Do you want Savathun to kick our ass, or do you want us to whoop Savathun?
I think it's about time we get our asses fucking kicked, dude. I think it's about time, dude.
I agree.
Like Infinity War, obviously, spoilers, no spoilers. Like Infinity War going to Endgame. Yeah, dude. Like just thinking about like
Oh my god.
Thinking
This dude
about
took
the
his
end of
headset off.
Infinity War to Endgame was crazy, dude.
Am I
Yeah,
good? I don't watch movies like ever. Am I good?
you're good.
I mean, there was no spoilers in it. But
Okay.
But no, I agree. I would. It would be interesting because that brings us back to the launch of D2 when Gaul whooped our ass and we fell down without our ghost and we're zero light. All over again. I would like to see something where we get kicked back down to size. Hey, you're fighting a hive god here. Okay, you need more than just yourself.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think we
Raid
need.
buddies in here and come kick my ass in a raid. How about that?
I think
dude,
we-
I'm down for that.
I think we need to get beat like where we don't win at the end of it, because this is wrapping. This is the last part before we wrap up the light and dark storyline before Lightfall comes. Lightfall is gonna be like that's gonna be like the biggest, massivest battle of light versus darkness. We have to figure out how to get there without being on top. I feel like, to make it more of an impactful story. As well
like
as
a comeback story. Yeah.
it's Witch Queen can be just like Taken King too, because we even remember like the amount of stuff we had to do just to get onto the Dreadnought without getting zapped into oblivion. Like that immediately already made you feel like you weren't like better than I don't know. I think you guys are so right. It needs to be like, we need to get this like some sort of success, but at the same time, like I don't think that Witch Queen's gonna end happy at all. I don't think it's gonna be the end of Sabbath.
No.
I think it's just gonna be a huge, really cool new part of the story that's gonna launch us into the end, because the end is gonna be big.
Yeah, think about like the Beyond Light reveal. They said we're entering an area of darkness and loss. That's
Good.
exactly what they said for the next 3 expansions when they unveiled Witch Queen, Lightfall, and Beyond Light. They said we're entering an era of darkness and loss.
Good.
There wasn't much loss.
Lost and Beyond Light.
There was not
Yeah.
much loss in Beyond Light. So I'm
We
wondering
gained-
what
we
is
gained the
going
greatest
on.
power in the history of the
with
world.
Queen.
What do you mean?
We got
Stasis.
stasis,
We got
baby.
stasis, baby.
Yeah, let's make all the
We
points
won.
freaking gods and trials, man. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's the
Lordy.
darkness.
That's
No
it.
anti-cheat. There's your darkness.
My
Okay,
darkness.
so listen. All right, spitballing here. Imagine that loss takes stasis away from us, and we no longer have that power. I just fixed the
Oh,
game.
Amp is just, he
I
is
just fixed the
so
game.
happy, dude. He's
I just-
so
Then we
Okay.
add damage over time next season with poison, or next DLC with poison,
Yeah,
where I
whatever
just
the
get
hell
like,
Oh, dude. Or times
No.
3.
Here's one thing I'd
I
like to
look at
see.
you start burning. Like,
Here's one thing that I would like to see, and like Luke was saying, I want it to be difficult to get to the place where we're supposed to be. Even with Forsaken, it took us a long time to get the Dreaming City, and when we got there, holy shit, was that an entrance? You're getting through the crazy world, and there's knights and wizards waiting for you, and then bam, you're at the ever-changing world of the Dreaming City, and you're getting shit on by the Blind Well. You have all these Ascendant challenges and stuff like that to do. The Dreaming City is the best place to be on this game, if you ask me, PvE wise. But what I would like to see is us walk into an ambush where we just get hammered, and we gotta come back in the raid, and we gotta whoop some ass. Kind of like I was saying, I want to get our ass handed to us. I want
like
us to
that
walk in
idea.
something that we're not prepared for. I want us to just get absolutely obliterated. I want to just fall down to my knees, all hail Savathun, and then bam, get my buddies together. I want to load into that raid, and I want to whoop some ass. That is my story.
Yeah. I don't want it to be the same thing though, like we lost our light again for the 8,000th
No,
time.
That is horrible. No, I don't want that. I don't
I'm
want
just
that at
talking
all.
about like story wise.
Yes.
I want to see a cutscene where I get stabbed in the
The
leg with
darkness beats-
the hive sword,
right.
and Savathun's over my body. Like, what's up, bitch? You thought I was gonna come down here and die to your stasis? No, I got my hive gods with me, bro. Come on.
It's gonna be crazy though, because like Savathun is like in everywhere, like in spots you wouldn't even know. So like, there's gonna be a lot of deception in this season. I feel like, or in that where like you won't know who to trust at all. And I think that's what's gonna be like I think there'll be some twists and turns. And
Have you seen with that screenshot that they posted with the post or whatever, August 24th? Have you seen all the Destiny workers quote tweeting that? By the way, they're like giving little spoilers. There's one guy that just showed a picture of the Savathun eyes that were around for that quest. There's a guy that's like posting different screenshots of, hey, you guys, man, I forgot about this over here. You know what I'm saying? So there's like a lot of weird little spoilers that are happening with like I think they like required them to post something like that, or I don't know. I just thought that was something maybe somebody has missed. I don't know if you guys have seen those or not. If you go back to that tweet from Destiny, the game or whatever, go look at the quote tweets and look at the names of like the screenshots that they're posting and stuff like that. It's people that work on the game. So a little bit of spoilers.
Interesting.
Go back. I'm telling you, you have to find it out. But
Oh yeah.
I think we that was a good conversation. That
Yeah,
good
that was fun, dudes.
It got me hyped for I'm over here like, oh, dude,
I
I want to get
can't
my
wait.
ass whooped. Let's go.
I can't wait. Yeah, dude, let's just get destroyed. Oh my gosh. Destroy
Dude,
us.
I'm really
Savathun.
hoping we come in and we're like, yeah, we got light, dude, and we got stasis, and Savathun's like, I got darkness, and we just
Yeah,
get
again.
ran over.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got
Again, that
would
poison
be-
darkness.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, stasis 2.0. All the PvP players just monk as shake, dude. You know. That'd
And
be
while all
funny.
this story's happening, Shax is like, "We're gonna make the Crucible better," and the Vanguard's like, "Bro, like the world is ending right now. Who cares about PvP? Maybe that's why they didn't do anything. They're just connecting it to the lore."
Died.
Zaval is like, "We do not have time right now to figure out how to get your trials to work. The city is in danger." There you go. There's what's if that makes
I
you feel
don't
better.
care
there
about
you
my
go.
PvP community at all anymore. I want to kill a Savathun. There you go.
Easy.
Heck
Easy.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Well,
That's
dudes,
nonsense. I want to get my ass whooped.
yeah. Well, I think
settled.
that is we're a little over on time, but I think that was a freaking baller conversation, homies. Seriously, that was fun. That was super fun hanging out tonight. It's cool to have two guests. This was different. This was different.
It's fun bouncing ideas off of people that don't normally play
and you're
the
both
same
different.
content.
Yeah, you're both different content, but you're both really good looking, so it doesn't matter, right?
You guys are really passionate about the game, which
Yeah.
is what I love. I love meeting new people that give a shit about the health of this game and about their content that this game, provides them. So
Yeah.
Nope,
Yeah, I
game's
will say
perfect.
all
Game's
my
perfect.
feedback is out of love. Literally.
100%.
I would not
100%.
say if I didn't care about this game, I would literally not say a word. I would not touch it. I would not play it. I would not stream it.
I feel
All of this is because I know Destiny can be the best game out there,
Mhm.
and I want it to be. This is,
agree.
and this is my best version of Destiny.
I love it. Heck yeah, dudes. Well, if you don't mind, each of you sharing maybe something you're working on right now, or something that you're about to do, or just tell us when your content's live. We'd love to, tell the people who are
new
listening to
YouTube
go
video
follow
or
you.
something.
You got a new montage coming out?
Yeah, Amp, you go first. Is it gonna be number 4? Oh,
Maybe this winter. But I mean, I'm on the YouTube grind right now. I just posted 3 videos last week. That's what I'm really hitting heavy, starting to do.
Nice.
Trying to figure out what's the move over there, what's the type of videos and stuff to do, and just doing trials on the weekends, helping everyone I can.
heck yeah.
Amp, I will say this confidently. You are in the perfect spot to be doing what you're doing. Getting on YouTube, doing trials helps, being just a kind person.
Yeah,
and
you're very
I
genuine.
I can't see anything but success in your future, my friend, and I hope for it.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Heck yeah.
Dawn, on the other hand, I don't know. No I'm kidding.
yeah, Dawn, bro, this guy.
I'm chilling here, dude. I'm gonna stay here all day. But yeah.
Tell us again where you're at, what you do, anything coming up, what you're working on. We'd love to hear it.
Pretty much same thing. I just started my little YouTube grind, been posting guides on like how to do low mans and stuff like that. But yeah, stream 7 days a week.
Had a boy grinded.
Yeah, 7 days a week of just doing helps every single day and maybe a little variety. But yeah, every day at 6 EST.
Heck yeah, dude.
Nice.
Well, I got a question for both of you. First, Amp, can I join Garrison?
Yes, you just have to beat me in a 1v1.
Oh, easy.
Easy. Okay. And then, so since that will happen, Dawn, can I join a paint?
No, you're joining Garrison, so perfect.
This is a
Can I
meme,
join
by
a
the
king?
way.
No,
I ask every person if I can join their clan because I've been clanless for like 3
Evan
months.
Above.
I literally ask everyone. At this point, it's starting to become serious. Like I probably need
How
someone
you
to say
play
yes
clan.
eventually.
If you beat me, especially if you 3-peak and you beat me in trials, if you teabag and 3-peak, dude, Mac is all over you, bro. I'm telling you, man.
I'm in there.
Once I get in.
I'm in there.
Yeah.
And then
Like
like swimwear,
swimwear.
baby.
Yep.
Oh goodness.
I don't even know.
see it.
I don't
Luke,
even. I don't even know
Let's
how
see
to 3P. I don't even know what that means. I'm just kidding.
Yes, you do.
Oh,
You wear a
it's
sword
a
all the
great
time.
time. Just go. Hi guys, I'm cool. And you hold out a sword.
I
Hey,
can see you're on the corner.
Yep.
Maddox, what you got going on, bro?
My name's Maddox. You can find me at twitch.tv/Maddox. Maddox on Twitch on everything else. Big news. Hopefully gonna have my new computer here in the next few weeks. And we will announce.
Slaps in chat for Maddox.
Yes, we will announce when the Artisan Builds stream will be live. That'll be on my Twitter. That'll be on my Discord. Oh yeah, today my car got announced totaled, so I'm getting a new vehicle here sometime soon. So
Big time hype, boys.
We getting a Lambo? We getting a Lambo? What are we talking about?
maybe might get a new Porsche. Who knows, bro? And we're just vibing. But yeah, so my plan is when I get the new computer is get back into doing end game content, whether that's trials, whether that's VOG raid helps and stuff like that, and definitely want to get back into my YouTube. I started YouTube a couple months ago. I lost passion, but we'll get back to it for sure. So a lot of content on the way, man. I'm excited.
Heck yes. I just accidentally almost did our raid before we finished the podcast because I didn't realize how fast I did it.
I was like,
No. I'm gonna do it again. I promise. I'm Bearded Luke. I'm on a hiatus, but we are moving in like 2 weeks, and my whole life's about to change again. I'm about to have a house again. I'm about to have a space to stream in again. There's gonna be some good things happening. So Bearded Luke over here. Regular streams will be back. Like, I'm gonna be making content again. I'm very excited because man, oh man, do I miss making some freaking content for video games, because all I do for a living is make content, but it's not video games. So I'm pumped to get back into it. Other than that, just you're all awesome. If you want to, go subscribe to us on YouTube. You can watch this there. You can, listen to this. If you're listening to this right now, we're so thankful that you listened to the end. Seriously. We can announce the guests for next week if you want to.
So okay, one big thing as well too is I want to start announcing as well that if you guys like our content, please make sure you tell your friends. This is a Destiny focused podcast where we have tons of awesome guests every single week. And the lineup that we have for the next few weeks is just as good as what we had tonight. We had Dawn and Amp. They're wonderful people. Next week we have a great person. Next week we have Too Hardcore, a fantastic streamer. He does mainly PvP stuff, but he's a wonderful person. And we cannot wait to have him on here.
It's gonna be hype.
Just weeks after that, we have bangers, and I cannot wait. And I cannot stress enough where we are taking this podcast is nothing but to the fucking moon, dude.
Yes.
So
follow us
tell
on
your
Twitter.
friends about who we are, the Destiny Nerds podcast. You got tell them you love us. Tell them we have great guests, and you guys can get to know who our guests are every single time, like you did today.
And we love you, Havoc. We know you're listening. Havoc is our other co-host. He's our other co-host who's on a hiatus right now. We love you and can't wait till you're back. But we're holding down the fort.
Happy belated. My friend just celebrated her birthday recently as well too.
Happy birthday. But anyways, yes, we follow us on Twitter. Do the stuff. We love all of you, boys. Thanks for joining us tonight. You're gonna be on here again in the future, and let's play video games soon. I think I literally added both of you this week, so let's make it happen.
Oh, dope.
Yes. All right. I love all of you. I love you, Maddox. You're all amazing. That was episode 26 of the Destiny Nerds podcast. I love all of you. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.